Whatever the occasion, effortless elegance is right this way. Because Hilton brings you new ways to stay courtesy of the Nomad London. And it doesn't stop at award-winning dining in a space draped in velvet and illuminated by vintage chandeliers. No, this day goes beyond with unparalleled personalized service and attentive hospitality. Oh, and did we mention the Nomad London can be booked using your Hilton Honors points at Hilton.com? Hilton, for the stay.
How many discounts does USAA Auto Insurance offer? Too many to say here. Multi-vehicle discount, safe driver discount, new vehicle discount, storage discount, legacy.
How many discounts will you stack up? Visit USAA.com/auto discounts. Restrictions apply.
Finding a new job is stressful. But with Indeed, it doesn't have to be. Just fill out your Indeed profile with your skills, experience, and desired salary. The more you fill out, the better your matches will be. And hearing from hiring managers will be 2 times more likely. Relax. That's your Indeed profile sending opportunities your way. Indeed, the world can work better.
Ryan Reynolds here from Mint Mobile with a message for everyone paying big wireless way too much. Please, for the love of everything good in this world, stop. With Mint, you can get premium wireless for just $15 a month. Of course, if you enjoy overpaying, no judgments, but that's weird. Okay, one judgment. Anyway, give it a try at mintmobile.com/switch.
Upfront payment of $45 for 3-month plan, equivalent to $15 per month required. Intro rate first 3 months only, then full price plan options available. Taxes and fees extra. See full terms at mintmobile.com.
The new McCrispy Strip is here. Dip approved by ketchup, tangy barbecue, honey mustard, Sprite, McFlurry, Big Mac sauce, double dipped in buffalo and ranch, more ranch, and creamy chili McCrispy Strip Dip. Now at McDonald's. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
This podcast contains mature content, explicit language, suggestive situations, and partial to full frontal nudity. Listener discretion is advised. Don't let your kids listen to this.
I did AFE this week, and the weirdest feedback I got. Obviously, Zach, you're a villain. You're not liked over there.
And me, the pod. Yeah.
Somebody, I can't remember who Ian said, started listening to Cinephobe and said, it's weird to hear Zach be the voice of reason.
For sure. I'm nothing but chaos on that show.
I'm wondering, how chaotic is Zach on that show? Or are they saying, we're chaotic over here?
On AFE, Zach is more disruptive to the format of what they do than he is saying wild shit.
Oh, okay. Got you.
It's not like he's out of pocket dropping slurs. He's just fucking with them.
He saves that for us. Got it.
That's some Patreon content.
Here, he's still somehow balanced out by you. It seems normal.
This is LinkedIn me. That's Twitter me.
Is this the Coakley in the hall pass doing this? You bring your hands together, Zach's a 10. You pull it out, you see?
Absolutely.
If Zach has a mean on both sides, he looks super hot.
Yeah.
I look super professional. Like, wow, man, Zach's got it together. You block out a mean. All of a sudden, holy shit, this guy's a problem.
That's some of the greatest CGI we've ever had on Cinephobe. That effect when they're doing this and she looks different.
I don't know. This movie gives it a run for its money.
Now, you've seen how bad things can get and how quick they can get that way. Well, they can get a whole lot worse. So we're not going to fight anymore.
You think this dude's gonna take Ed down?
MVP is gonna blow Ed out of the water.
He's the most valuable primate.
You betray the law.
I'm sorry, misogynist. Men are hoes too.
You've said hoes 58 times in this episode, and I'm the misogynist?
You unbelievable, man.
Wait, you guys have notes about 9/11 for this movie?
How do you not?
Yap about this and yap about that and yap all night long. Fucking yap.
It was in my dream. That's not how I feel.
It is how you feel. It was in your dream.
Some of us like to be prepared.
How are you not taking accountability for your mind?
Because I know I'm lying. Like, I know for a fact I'm lying.
You sick little
bitch. It was awful. It was incredibly boring. It was long. It was stupid. It was horribly written. The acting was terrible. It was a huge piece of shit. You're a fraud. It's a phobe.
So everybody just be very respectful.
But he's dead now, right? So we can't make fun of him?
Is he dead? No, if he's dead, we can make fun of him. If he's still sick, we can't.
Hold on.
If he's dead, we can make fun of him.
Yeah.
I don't think we can.
Whenever I hear numbers, my head converts them into chess moves or seats at the garden.
I don't know what happened to you, man. You used to be cool, and then you got blarted.
You tried to peg AIDS on me in the T-Rex episode?
That's my fault for not remembering what century I was in, bitch.
It's been a good run. Thanks for playing. See you at the eulogy.
You want the punani?
I don't require Ed to have a condom because I trust him.
Anthony, you're going to be busy today, huh?
Yeah, it's nothing new, chef.
Host! I am an alcohol segregationist.
That thing's going to move up like R. Kelly.
Salute to all the old ladies around the world. I love you.
You got horses. What you need, a thoroughbred.
Sometimes my emotions are just roaring like a T-Rex.
That's a lot of pussy.
I'm not in here with you. You're in here with me.
Welcome to Cinephobe, the podcast we break down the movies you're afraid to admit you love. I'm Zach Harper, that's Amin and Mayes, that's Anthony Mayes. Make sure you listen to us on Spotify, or we're going to put wigs on you, pull them off, throw you down, twist your arm, take you from behind, shoot you, all kinds of stuff.
Spotify's where you can vote in the poll, like the poll for Richie Rich. 42.1% phobe, 57.9% file. Spotify is also where you can leave a comment, like Bob Case, who says, "You guys all filed this for the fat kid that's perpetually eating but instantly phobed Tammy and the T-Rex despite the amazing work of Michael's dino hands? Bunch of frauds."
Oh, I'm sorry. Fat kid playing basketball with a sandwich in his hand?
A cheeseburger.
Nah, man. Tammy and T-Rex, look, it was a funny scene. This was a funny thread throughout the entire movie. Every scene he had food in his hands.
Playing baseball with french fries.
And Eddie Dunoyer commented, "A potential phobe suite prevented, all thanks to the work down low by the round mound of quarter pounders. Big time player. Filed." And B-Hood26 commented, "How much food would they have had John Goodman eat if he ended up as Rich?
Ooh.
House would have been made out of food."
Leave us a review, leave a comment. Make sure you're checking out the CT5 episodes on the main feed. Leave your CT5 suggestions and lists on social media or in the Discord by subscribing to the Patreon, patreon.com/countthedings. You get access to ad-free episodes, extended cold opens, re-Washington live events past, present, and future. You get episodes early. Hey, you bingos, early access and discounts on live show tickets May 3rd, right down here in Los Angeles. We're having a live show. Get all that information on our social media feeds and, of course, through the Patreon, patreon.com/countthedings.
Isn't this episode coming out in October?
May 3rd, 2026. We'll do it again.
Oh, got it.
If you have a submission, submit it. Reminder, it needs to be 40% or lower on the Rotten Tomatoes audience or critic score. Episode 250, brand new Daisy Chain, Mayes sent.
Chain, chain, chain. Chain, chain, chain. Chain, chain, chain. Chain, chain, chain. Chain, chain, chain.
Mayes used Sandlot baseball to hop on our motorcycles to ride away from our fake orphan child as he hopes diddling unhoused Angels will bring us back by helping Tim Salmon win the pennant with Angels in the outfield. Amin used Angels to get us to start popping painkillers. As our eyes rolled in the back of our heads, we wondered if we'd ever get the headaches to stop so we can quit our jobs and take our unhoused RFK Jr. sounding father to the Korean spa with Angel Has Fallen. I used Man Hiding in the Shadows to let the genetically engineered ninjas with their arms straight out, teaming up with Dirty Mike and the boys, that this is really beginning to get on our tits. In American Ninja 2, The Confrontation, now Mayes is using Tubi Ninjas to link us to the 1991 B-action, dark comedy, samurai, action, crime, thriller, Samurai Cop.
You don't get to call yourself a dark comedy because you were accidentally funny.
Well, what if the lighting's bad?
Action.
Well, okay.
And my daisy chain will change.
Ooh.
You got options.
I got lots of options.
Yeah, there's a lot of options in this.
Amin is doing the Frank reaction face. Let's all give Amin a nice pause here.
Samurai Cop stars Robert Zadar, Matthew Karetis, and Janice Farley. But his name is something else?
His name's Matt Hannon. He changed his name to Caritas. It will impact the trivia, let me tell you.
Zadar is now a 3-time repeat offender with Tango and Cash and a gnome named Norm as his previous offenses.
I wish I knew how to quit you.
Resume.
Dude.
CT5 resumes? Time to update the list?
I mean, with the rest of the shit on his IMDb.
He had Maniac Cop 2, The Final Sanction, Dragon Fight in 1990. This movie, Beastmaster 2 and The Killer's Edge in 91, Maniac Cop 3, Badge of Silence in 92.
I said to Roy today, I'm going to go record Samurai Cop. And Roy was like, Samurai Cop?
We stumped Roy?
He's like, who's in it? I'm like, really, nobody. I think the most famous person is Robert Zadar. And he says, Maniac Cop.
Wow.
Well, Roy's booked his return appearance. Which one, though? That's the question. Because Badge of Silence is a great title.
It is a great title. CT5 titles.
I would prefer we start with 3.
I went through all of his resume on the Gnome Named Norm episode, but Guns of El Chupacabra is a great movie title, and The Thief and the Stripper.
Future Cinephobe, if it qualifies.
Honest Thief.
Honest Stripper.
This thing.
Caritas was in Samurai Cop 2 and 1 episode of Jag.
Samurai Cop 2?
Yeah, it was made in 2015.
The band got back together.
No!
It's most people's only other credit.
Did the editor come back together too?
What editor?
Lighting, cinematography.
And for Janice Farley, this is literally her only credit. Mark Frazier from Samurai Cop 2. Melissa Moore from Sorority House Massacre 2 and Bikini Drive-In.
And Vampire Cop.
Cameron, repeat offender for Out for Justice.
I wish I knew how to quit you.
Cameron.
Yeah.
No, that's different. Tom Gleason, who plays arm-losing henchman in this one and one-arm boxer in Samurai Cop 2.
Is he reprising the same?
Yeah.
It's the most continuity this fucking movie franchise has. Fred Floyd, who plays expendable black henchman.
Oh, that's not what it's called.
Sure does.
Oh, I forgot. Oh, I got to read the character names. Matthew Caritas as Horny Cop. Robert Zadar as Chin. Not like that. Because,
Because why?
Because the gang.
What gang?
The Katanas.
They paint their chins or something? What's happening?
Well, no, they have a certain origin story. Like, they identify a certain way. And so.
What way?
Well, they identify from a certain region of the world.
What region?
Am I right, brother?
Mark Frazier as Black Cop, although I like your idea.
Yeah, Riggs and Murtaugh.
Janice Farley, I called her sex object. I didn't like that name. Cameron is the ass-on ginger henchwoman, a.k.a. Davina Yeager.
I called her Angie Neverhart.
Now say some more names.
Repeat offender Rick Garcia.
Volcano.
I wish I knew how to quit you.
Who plays penis-grabbing henchman in this one.
Which one?
That's all I got for the cast.
Dale Cummings, who plays Captain Romer? Very unclear what that guy's name is.
Just so everyone knows, this is the first time that we have recorded Look at This Photograph before we've recorded the episode. So we're warmed up with that. Maybe pause this. Go watch Look at This Photograph on YouTube. Come back and listen to the rest of this.
People have been wondering when they should watch it.
I don't know.
I kind of like it after, but I don't think it matters.
It matters for us because now we can make references that we'll all get from the Look at This Photographs.
Instead of holding them, yeah.
Versus for the listener, I think you want to listen to the pod and then double back.
Richie Rich, if you had watched the photograph first, then I think the revelation of Pee-wee and the cheeseburger is not as strong.
I would say for this one, go watch Look at This Photograph now. Listen to this episode, then go watch Look at This Photograph again.
I like that.
Because I think for this episode, it will be worth it.
It's a good idea. It's a 40-minute Look at This Photograph.
Dedicate the whole weekend to this one episode. Samurai Cop was written and directed by Amir Shervan.
I'm sorry, did you say it was written?
He directed Well Done Indeed, Bro, Entourage, not that one, Hollywood Cop, and Killing American Style. He also wrote Well Done Indeed, Bro, Hollywood Cop, and Killing American Style.
Yeah, he's Iranian and went back to Iran to make a bunch of movies, and then the government essentially stopped filmmaking from being possible. So then he came back to Hollywood, and that's when he went on his 80s run, culminating with this, his magnum opus and final film, Samurai Cop.
This was the last one. Oh, wow.
Synopsis for Samurai Cop. Joe Marshall and Frank Washington are two tenacious police detectives who seek at all costs to stop the Katana, a renegade Yakuza gang composed of violent and sadistic killers who want to lead the drug trade in Los Angeles.
Tenacious PD.
I mean, that's pretty accurate, man.
Tagline, you have the right to remain silent. Dead silent.
It's a good tagline.
It's a great tagline.
You think they thought of the tagline first and then made the movie?
Of course. I could not find a budget.
$7,000.
There's no way. Where did the $7,000 go?
Not to a tripod. I know that.
Allegedly, it was made for $7,000 and it made
$386,821 worldwide. It's a hit.
I dare you to find a better return.
I know.
Robert Zadar, you were in a movie with Stallone and Kurt Russell.
Before this.
Real ass movies with budgets and marketing and all that. Why would he say yes to doing this one? Was he that hard up?
Because he's the main actor. He's the top bill.
Yeah, he's the lead.
He did it so he could be the star.
Before we jump to this movie and you listen to the rest of this podcast, Samurai Cop is available on Tubi because of fucking course it is. Samurai Cop receives 0% on 3 critic reviews on Rotten Tomatoes, 47% from the audience on over 500 ratings. Amin, would you like the positive or the negative reviews?
What the fuck are these people so positive about? Give me the positives.
Hey, John, that's weird. That glass looks half full to me.
Wow. Now that you mention it, it is half full.
User Quack N, 5 out of 5 stars. QUOC.
Do the voice.
Oh. This is easily one of the best of the worst movies ever made.
Thought you were doing the voice.
It has a magical combination of shitness.
Combination.
In every facet of filmmaking that can only happen when so many bright-eyed, talentless people come together for an unintentional hackfest a la The Room. It almost feels like a prequel precursor to that film. The racial tropes are hilarious and the lovemaking scenes will kill any boner. I bestow it the absolutely highest recommendation possible. User Arthur M, 4 out of 5.
I didn't lose my boner.
Well, I watched it at night. It's a really good movie considering the $7,000 of budgets. A lot of nudity, unnecessary scenes, and at the end of the movie, they stop to using fake blood. At the end of the day, it's a really fun movie that fulfills the purpose. What purpose?
Arthur M, that could be my uncle.
Arthur Mayes.
Could be him.
Blank user 5 out of 5. Samurai Cop is my favorite so bad it's good movie. No contest. This is one of the most unintentionally funny movies you will ever see. Clearly trying to rip off 80s actioners Lethal Weapon with a discount Stallone, it almost comes across as a legitimate film, and then somehow misses the mark so insanely that the end result is outrageously hilarious. Read a little bit of the backstory before you watch it, and it'll make it even more entertaining. The obvious wig reshoots will amuse you. The bizarre dialogue, both in writing and delivery, will baffle you, and the gratuitous and poorly placed sex scenes are both laugh-out-loud funny and grossly excessive. And then blank user 5 out of 5. A master pace in cinema. CINIMA.
That's the most accurate review we've ever had.
There is nothing else like this amazing experience. Would recommend. 10 Japanese swords out of 10.
Wow.
Okay.
Which is like a great rating system.
They won me back.
Negative reviews.
Stop being a pessimist. This tank is not half full. It's half empty.
Tim Brayton of Alternate Ending confronts us with one of the most jaw-droppingly unsympathetic protagonists imaginable. Disagree. Luke Parker of Voice Box Office. I have no plans on ever watching Samurai Cop again. User MR, half star out of 5. This is one of the worst films I've ever seen. It's like an overproduced porno with no sex, mostly. It is awful, terrible action sequences, acting, and a stupid plot line. It did not even entertain me in an ironic sort of way where you know the movie sucks but delight in its unintended awfulness. Maybe if you're on the right kind of drugs is the only way someone can enjoy this film if they even pay attention to it while watching. It is really, really bad. It doesn't even have a redeemable B-movie flavor like American Ninja or one of those straight-to-video Van Damme films. It just plain sucks. 20 out of 10, F-. I gave it some points because you can tell that they tried yet failed miserably.
Yes, cocaine.
Blank user, 1.5 out of 5. Let me tell you about the best action movie character alive. LAPD Chief of Police rocks this movie to its core. Best non-Oscar winning actor ever. Watch this movie by recommendation of the hit critically acclaimed podcast Burnt Popcorn. Great laughs, great mullets, great plot. Winky emoticon. Matt Hannon, terrific guy, was asked to give 180%. He went out there and gave 240%. That's a 60% undersell by this movie. Robert Zadar, biggest chin in the chindustry. Check it out with friends and Bruce. Ya boy Daryl.
These last two have been negative reviews?
Honestly, that's a sign off that would kill in Hot Take Safe Zone on NBA Radio. And then last one, blank user, half star out of 5. WTF is wrong with you people? You really think this movie is good? Well, it's not. It's barely a movie. Batman Forever is a better movie than shit.
Oh.
I watched it once, then I felt sick to my stomach. It had a shit plot and dumb ending. I didn't even know what was going on in this movie. Whoever made this probably ruined their career if they had a career before making this. They thought that it was so good that they had to make a second one with a 94% on it. They only made $384K on this movie. It was 1991 when this movie came out. There were so many good movies in 1991 that made so much more than this garbage, and people actually liked the other movies way more than whatever you call Samurai Cop. The name, though, who thought that would be a good movie? I mean, a cop that is also a samurai. I could make a better movie. Shit, my videos are probably better than this. I would not recommend that you watch this lack of a movie, and if you did, then good job making it through this, and you might be scarred after watching this because of how bad it was.
Shut the fuck up.
You said my stomach hurts and then it's shit or something. And I thought it was my stomach hurts. I had to take a shit.
Yeah, he said it was shit plot. He said shit plot. I thought the same thing, Maze, because I was like, oh shit.
We'll get Amin's first note, May's first note, and my first note after these messages. Unless you're a Patreon member, patreon.com/countthedings, you get an ad-free episode. Meow.
My cat Freddie loves to be brushed and cuddled. But stirring up his cat allergens meant sneezing and itchy eyes. Then I found Purina One Live Clear. It's cat food that reduced the major allergen and my suffering in as little as 21 days. Now, we feel closer than ever. If you have issues with cat allergens, you really need to try Purina One Live Clear.
Try new Purina One Live Clear today. Purina One, a difference from day one.
Are you still quoting 30-year-old movies? Have you said cool beans in the past 90 days? Do you think Discover isn't widely accepted? If this sounds like you, you're stuck in the past. Discover is accepted at 99% of places that take credit cards nationwide. And every time you make a purchase with your card, you automatically earn cash back. Welcome to the now. It pays to Discover. Learn more at discover.com/credit card, based on the February 2024 Nielsen report.
Out here, there's no one way of doing things. No unwritten rules, and no shortage of adventure. Because out here, the only requirement is having fun. Bank of America invites kids 6 to 18 to golf with us. For a limited time, sign them up for a free 1-year membership, giving them access to discounted tee times at thousands of courses. Learn more at bankofamerica.com/golf with us. What would you like the power to do? Bank of America. Restrictions apply. See BofA.com/golf with us for complete details. Copyright 2025 Bank of America Corporation.
Are your business expenses playing hide and seek? With Uber for Business, the small spends that slip through the cracks, like rides and meals, go right where you need them. Because it integrates with leading expense platforms, you can say goodbye to surprise costs, missing dollars, or chasing receipts. Everything's track downable. Uber for Business. Make small steps that make a big impact. Learn more at uber.com/small steps.
Amin, what is your first note?
What is this video game ass intro music?
Maze, what is your first note?
So last week, Running Bit, American Ninja 2, those responsible for certain elements of the filmmaking had been sacked. And Samurai Cop said, hold my beer, we're not even gonna hire these motherfuckers.
My first note, I really think about one B movie a year. Not to be confused with B movies should be our limit. I don't want this podcast turning into that. Also, what is this SNES ass introduction music? Flip it, Maze.
When I see a movie like this, I didn't know. I thought this was a regular motion picture. And then very quickly realized, oh, it's not. To me, I feel like we're infringing on the domain of Mystery Science Theater.
Yeah.
That's their shit. And I love it, but it really takes me out. I haven't felt like this. When was the last time I felt like this?
I think Tammy is probably the closest because that one was, we have this dinosaur statue, let's make a movie.
Yeah. What was this? We have this wig?
This is Amir Shervan's whole shit. So
Amir Shervan was like, I met this guy who works out a lot. Let's see if he can fuck.
That's more like it, yes.
We get a close-up of Okamura to begin with him saying, we are not an established gang yet. Is this the start of the movie?
Isn't it?
Did I sit on my remote and skip ahead 20 minutes?
My friend, you should be very cautious. We should try to make friends with the gangs. Chinese, Japanese. And I said, seems like a specific type of gang this guy wants to be friends with.
Oh,
just saying.
Here comes Angie Neverheart walking with their elbows pointed out.
Double teapot.
She walks like Dave Yeager.
I don't think her knees bent at all.
Well, I asked, is that how gangs work? You make friends with other gangs? I don't think that's how gangs work.
Zach, we don't have enough time for you to question
sorry.
every statement that is made.
Look, I didn't know what I was getting into, okay?
To be clear, Zach, the line was, in my opinion, we should try to make friends.
Oh, that's true.
This is just one man's opinion. This isn't like the gang handbook.
Al Capone once said, there is enough money to be made in this business for all of us.
I think he meant Eli Manning. It's all up to Fujiyama.
He's pro-Chinese gangs and anti-Japanese gangs, even though he's in a Japanese gang.
Fujiyama comes on the screen with the mullet and the sunglasses and the mustache, and I said, file. Didn't need to see anything else. Then he starts talking, and at this point, because it's a very quick line, do I detect an accent, but not the accent that I would imagine?
He walks right up to the camera.
Oh, he sure does.
And then talks to the bald guy that's behind him. And between the dubbing, the Japanese grunting, the mismatched captions, I have no idea what's happening.
Cut to them walking to a business called Hop Louie. I said file.
He wants that old Chinese fox dead.
I seriously think we joined the middle of this movie. I don't know what's happening. They joined some old guy named Mr. Lee and his guys. Chen asks if he's decided to work with them.
Zach, what part of town is this?
Oh, this is Chinatown.
How'd you know?
I saw Juju.
Salute to all the old ladies around the world. I love you.
On every building, it says Chinatown. Chinatown souvenirs, Chinatown restaurant.
Yep.
Zadar has different henchmen in every single shot, including at one point a guy in a jean jacket goes to a taller guy in a jean jacket.
They asked Mr. Lee a question. He says literally 2 syllables, and the other guy translates, no way we go under Fujiyama's flock.
The translator's very weirdly dubbed.
Why does his voice sound like he's in the bathroom? Like when I did radio that one time, Zach, in Vegas, I had a blanket over my head.
Chen pulls out a blade, stabs Lee in the stomach. We've got some random guys kicking. The placement of everybody is more nonsensical than any American Ninja 2 battle.
I didn't realize it was a blade. I thought he just punched him.
Oh.
Did he just punch this old man in the gut?
Who is this mustachioed man in the denim jacket?
Swarthy.
Can I pull off this look?
Every time they cut, people are rearranged and certain people are gone.
Whatever the battle is, they had lighting for one spot. So they just moved the people to that one spot of the parking lot.
Mm-hmm.
Now you get to fight there.
Jean jacket takes out a gun, shoots a guy, immediate cut to a guy still fighting. The editing is on coke.
Impeccable.
Other guy gets shot by a guy on the ground.
Mm-hmm.
And then Angie Neverheart is looking calm in shades, and Zadar tells her, the job's done.
This was an early front runner for Golden Dumpster. There's a disembodied voice in the background that says, we did it. Like they just won a soccer game. Yeah, we did it.
Abrupt. And I cannot stress enough. Abrupt cut to a police station.
Police station?
A sign that says police.
Where did they get that sign? Where is the sign? Now we got Riggs and Murtaugh.
What the fuck is this wig?
What is on Riggs's head?
Golden Dumpster.
It's eating his head, and that hat is tying it all together. If he takes that hat off, the wig collapses.
I mean, it's too ambitious to think you have the same answer here, but I know you'll be with me once I connect these dots.
Mm-hmm.
When fake Murtaugh says,
I'm responsible for bringing you from San Diego. Are you sure this is a good bust?
Yeah, cocaine.
It was the exact same cadence and type of answer as when James Harden was asked.
Tim McMahon.
James, what was the point that you were trying to get across when you went to Atlanta and Vegas when training camp was starting?
I was just training.
What were you training for?
Started the NBA season.
How did going to Atlanta and Vegas help you there when the Rockets were starting training camp in Houston?
Just my personal trainers.
Exactly.
Yep.
There's a sergeant there. There's some random ADR. Gonna go catch us some bad guys. Good luck. They get in a regular piece of shit car. Then they park illegally. Info from Chinese gang member. Boss killed by Katana gang. Oh, you mean like the last scene?
They spot a blue van.
We're in downtown LA. I thought at that point maybe we'll see the downtown LA bridge. We did not. But the shot of them and the van and all that shit is so shaky. I could feel the cameraman breathing as he tried to hold this shot horribly. And I said they couldn't afford a tripod. Little did I know.
No, they couldn't.
My pithy little quip.
He calls for the chopper.
The chopper?
I was stunned.
Stunned.
That they could afford a helicopter.
That's where the budget went.
Frank's leading out the window on a radio. Peggy's in the helicopter landing. No, don't land. We need you. I'll give you the direction.
There's one shot of the helicopter actually in flight about an inch off the ground.
Maybe an inch.
Landing.
So this is saving money.
And there are shots from a helicopter.
That's called B-roll footage.
You still have to pay for that, I mean.
Well, unless you get it as a favor or steal it. It was so high in the air, there's no way you're tracking a van or anything.
But you can see the car. She points right at it. It's right there.
I said, no, the fuck you can't, baby. You can't. Stop lying.
Luckily, Hayden Christensen is flying her around. That's why they're so nimble and able to follow.
Cut to the van on a freeway not in downtown.
What?
That's not downtown LA.
Now we're with Joe in a car right next to it in a parking lot.
They're in a marina?
Marina Del Rey.
Frank and Peggy are talking over the radio. Watch for the boat. Next shot, marina full of boats. There's lots of boats.
No shit. There was also a lot of cars, but you seem to fucking zero in on the blue van pretty easily.
Riggs is tailing this thing like a Ninja Turtle in a trench coat or an Atlantic reporter in a government group chat.
Topical.
Which one's got the Coke? I'm well informed. There's a large suitcase full of Coke in the back.
Okay, Joe. Keep it up.
Oh, it's up and ready. You just keep it warm.
It's warm and ready.
Tension. Sweet Annie.
HR.
What's going on?
Sex banter?
Winks at the camera.
Right at the camera. Fourth wall.
Now we've got a suitcase exchange with a boat.
When the guy from the van goes to do the exchange with the guys at the boat, he leaves and there are guys in the back of the van with guns. And I said, are these guys undercover cops?
Oh.
I thought it was going to be a bust.
See, I thought they were going to get the money and then we're going to shoot these guys. And now we got everything.
That too crossed my mind because he's giving instructions. I'm like, okay, here we go. Nope.
They tell Peggy in the helicopter, don't scare the drug dealers away.
Tells a helicopter to stay out of sight.
It is the clearest day. Fucking how?
Like a Ninja Turtle in a trench coat.
Yeah.
The boat has a rental sticker on the side of it.
It sure does. It sure does.
They do this drug deal, I guess, with not a single word exchanged.
Which one's the samurai cop? Have we been introduced yet?
We'll tell you soon. Don't worry. They run back to the van, which is now parked miles outside of Los Angeles at sunset.
I'm stunned. I didn't get this question. Yes, one of the guys on the boat is wearing Oakleys. Those are frog skins, $90.
They had Oakleys in this movie.
I'm guessing this guy just had them.
Well, Zach, the trivia reveals a lot.
You still got them Oakleys?
Joe and Frank hop back in the car to follow, think they've got the exit road, and now every single cut is a different location.
There is absolutely no continuity to the scene in how they escape one area that is supposedly the only exit from this place, which is a lie. Because the second they cut off this van, they throw it in reverse, and this marina is next to the freeway.
Everything everywhere all at once. Joe and Frank are in a residential neighborhood, and then they're not, and then they're in a parking lot, and then they're back at the marina.
Is this actually a residential area? Is a horseman?
Isn't it?
They got 0 permits. Everything was shot right there.
Of course not.
Right outside the director's house, probably.
Now it's a car chase. All of a sudden, the black goon pops out of the back with a shotgun and starts shooting at them.
He's got the same shotgun that Elmer Fudd had in Looney Tunes, and he shoots.
Not a windshield to be broken.
To which Samurai Cop, or Horny Cop as I call him, ducks. Cut back to Elmer Fudd. The door opens and he shoots again.
Exact same shot. Door flies open.
There's so many shots of them clearly stationary shooting.
He tells Murtaugh to shoot this guy.
Get him.
Get him. Get him.
He does. He gets him.
Shoot him. Shoot him.
The guy falls out of the van.
Falls out of the van is an interesting way to put it.
Lowers himself out of the van.
The other goon in the van helps him down to the street. It's very much like a please hold the ladder as you climb up a ladder. It's the most careful I've ever seen someone fall out of a van.
He crudely runs him over like stop motion animation.
After the car is driving away, then his body moves.
Art. They don't call for backup. We'll call him when we need him.
There is a point where Murtaugh fires the gun and there is no gunshot sound.
Oh, yeah.
Shoot. Shoot him. Shoot.
Are they in the San Bernardino National Forest?
Shoot him. Next guy's shooting.
They're, no shit, a good hour northeast now.
Yeah.
It's a long drive.
Frank kills the next guy.
You got him. Yeah, I got the bastard. Modest much?
Ass off.
Now the blue van is turning off a dirt road with no one behind him.
Faster.
Cut to the chopper.
Go faster.
Back to Joe on the same road.
Let's go.
Faster.
Next guy shooting out the side of the van. That's not a good angle. He gets shot, jumps out to roll down a ravine.
Kept rolling.
He leapt.
Keep rolling, rolling, rolling.
The editing, quotes, in this movie is going to give me a brain aneurysm.
Music and noise.
They pull alongside. Murtaugh shoots the driver in the neck. I know that because there's ketchup on his neck now. He softly stops into a raised ridge of dirt and shrubs. Van explodes.
Of course.
So this could have been a daisy chain as the driver runs around on fire screaming.
He's burning.
With the thickest lather of
petroleum jelly or whatever it is.
The gel that they put on stuntmen. Yeah. So that they can be on fire. But before he comes out, I said, you've killed all your suspects. The helicopter didn't follow the boat and your evidence is blown up. This is police work?
That's a running theme.
What?
Oh, damn. We didn't get any results.
They even mentioned it at one point.
If it's the wrong house, then we'll just apologize because that's police routine. With that line, I fucking lost it.
Murtaugh says he's burning. Do something.
They get a blanket and a fire extinguisher out of the trunk.
Clearly not the same guy. On fire.
Here comes the chopper. Distant police siren.
Good job, guys. It calls for a celebration. You got it. I see you back at your place.
Finger guns right at the chopper.
Cut to fucking
gratuitous.
Yo.
Cut to her place.
Cut to giant popos.
Giant popos.
I was taken aback.
Same.
You were taken aback. Why did he just show us the ceiling?
Why are we looking at the ceiling now? I don't like this.
Why would your dad?
Why would your dad? What's happening right now?
I hit my laptop and the camera fell off.
I bet you did.
I was staggered.
I had no idea.
First of all, I didn't know it was that kind of movie.
What kind of a movie?
Oh, I thought it was the kind of movie I could watch with my family.
Yeah, Samurai Cop.
I didn't.
It's the softest of core.
Straight Skinamax.
Oh.
They lingered on her popos for so long.
40 seconds.
They have 4 different shots of it.
She mounts him and she's rolling her neck around. There's vaguely sensual music for 40 seconds.
Here's the thing. The 20CB, I know you guys probably listening are like, oh, here goes. Amin's going to talk about her underwear, her 20CB underwear. Her underwear was fine.
His
underwear on the other hand.
Yeah, it's Van Damme style.
This was a man's underwear in the 80s. A man who was getting laid all the time and on cocaine.
Yes, cocaine.
Basically, a leather strap of a waistband and then a pouch for the cock.
It was a leather banana hammock.
Everything else was exposed.
Cut to Fujiyama's house.
Davina Yeager announces the boss is coming. And in the opening scene, she says the boss is coming as well. That's all she does.
He wants to know about the one they call Samurai.
What?
And I said, yeah. Who's the samurai?
Why?
When are we going to find out who the samurai is?
They say, so they call him Samurai, huh? Real name is Joe Marshall. Speaks fluent Japanese. He got his martial arts training from the masters in Japan.
Please keep all of this in mind. His nickname is the Samurai Cop. And they brought him here from San Diego.
That's the Samurai Cop?
Are responsible for bringing you from San Diego.
To fight us? To fight me, to destroy my operation, to kill you and my other men and put me in handcuffs.
And the gas chamber.
20 CB.
Whoa, wait a second.
What is this, new Alcatraz?
If he's a samurai, what the hell are you? Points at Zadar.
And I thought he was pointing at the wrong guy.
Wait, is Zadar not supposed to be a white?
His name is Yamashita.
Right, but he's a white.
He does have a ponytail.
He's a white.
He is in a Japanese gang.
Is it a Japanese gang? When nobody is Japanese.
There's 3 Japanese people in this entire movie.
2 of them died in the opening scene. No, wait, that was Chinese. My bad.
Zadar will get to know him. Then we'll see who the real samurai is. Doesn't happen in this movie.
We find out the burn victim is still in the hospital.
Still alive.
They want to cut off his head.
He's very, very badly burned.
Displayed on the piano.
But every man in my organization understands once more that no katana gets captured alive or talks. Got that?
At the police station.
Mid-story.
He's telling the hell out of the story.
So I'm lying there in bed with probably the most beautiful woman I've ever met in my entire life.
Peggy hits him. What are you talking about?
Just kidding. You're number 1.
So back to this broad I was fucking, right?
Yeah.
The other cop
taps out.
I've heard enough of these stories.
Oh, this is the gay cop. Very progressive.
I knew that was coming.
Homophobia.
I really thought this was like Boondock Saints. We're going to be ahead of our time, and we're not going to make a big deal out of it. He's gay. That's a woman. This is a black guy. And then we've got whatever Samurai Cop is. Keep a note on that.
Omaha, Yamaha, whatever his name is, right?
Opaha.
Whatever his name is, right?
Yeah.
Starts mocking Captain Roma, as I'm assuming. Captain Roma stands in the doorway, wearing a vest and a red tie like he's a cater waiter.
Woman walks in, drive-by molestation.
Aoki.
Peggy, who I assume is his girlfriend, because he said, hey, keep it warm for me. We want to fuck later. And then they ended up fucking immediately afterward.
Immediately.
She's giving him disapproving looks. And so he does the self-slap on the wrist. This is the old beg for forgiveness, not permission, right? That's what I'm assuming at the time. This is his girlfriend, but he's a flirtatious guy, messing around, horsering around at the office. Cut to we're in the hospital. Murtaugh and Riggs walk in. Woman is walking past and walks out. This fucker almost snaps his neck, turning around, trying to look at her.
Yep.
He really, really is flirty. His eyes is wandering, but he's dating Peggy, who works in the department with him. And we get to Steve.
Steve is on all of the drugs. This isn't a cop. He's not wearing a cop's uniform. Steve is drugs.
Whoever the fuck this actor is who plays Steve is drugs.
Yeah.
He's fidgety.
Actor?
Yeah, okay. The guy who's...
Maybe he's the drug dealer.
This is Steve-O with a perm.
Yes, that was a good call.
The nurse is giving an injection, burned pretty bad. Inside the room, totally bandaged face with some raspberry jam smeared on it.
Riggs is staring at her tits the entire time.
Nurse says he can't answer questions. His lips are burned.
I laughed so hard because she said it so matter-of-factly.
He'll talk again in a couple of weeks.
Couple of weeks?
Clip this horniness.
Do you like what you see?
I love what I see.
Would you like to touch what you see?
Yes, I would.
Would you like to go out with me?
Yes, I would.
Would you like to fuck me?
Go to look at this photograph because you need to know what Murtaugh is doing every time there's an exchange.
Bingo.
Escalation to the moon. He's initially shocked.
He's stunned.
He recovers, right?
But he collects himself.
Well, the script said pause.
He grabs her stethoscope.
The caption said pause.
And says bingo. Really loud, by the way, to a stethoscope. Not a good move.
Golden dumpster.
Well, let's see what you got.
She checks his hog?
Grabs his dick. Nothing there.
Doesn't interest me.
Nothing there?
And he's surprised by this.
Do you want something the size of a jumbo jet?
Jumbo jets, we don't talk about that.
Cut to Frank.
Have you been circumcised?
Yeah, I have. Why?
Must have cut off a big portion of it.
Cobra formula, bitch. Joe says he's a good doctor.
Weirdly comes in the defense of his doctor.
Good doctors make mistakes too. That's why they buy insurance.
Yes, that's true.
What the fuck's happening?
Then he comes back. Hey, I got enough. It's big.
I want bigger.
And at that moment, Murtaugh, who I thought was above all of this.
No.
Golden fucking dumpster.
Hey, I have a...
She's already gone. They tell Steve to watch the room good. 3 more officers coming to assist.
She's moved away from the burned victim unit to walk past the dental office, which is right next to it.
They tell more guys outside that the burn man is very important.
Cut to Angie Neverhart dressed like a nurse pushing a cart with a trash can in the middle of it.
Dressed like a nurse?
Well...
Trash can on a dolly laundry cart?
With a cloth wrapped around all of it.
Suspiciously humped.
Steve with the guy talk in White Lotus level pat down.
Absolutely.
Hey, what are you doing? Oh, I'm changing the trash. Okay. I'm going to walk away from you and go talk to this secretary.
She goes in the room, closes the door. The chin was under the drop cloth. He's wearing a lab coat and holding a katana.
The lab coat is so unnecessary.
Why?
You're already on the cart.
You're there.
I thought she was going to do the murder.
Yes.
And then he pops out.
Slowly slits the throat, and she loves it. She cleans the sword.
Please clip the grunting.
Oh, he didn't slit the throat. He cut off the head. Like you're slicing a sliver of garlic.
The katana's sharp.
He picks up the bandaged head.
I saw him pick up Wilson from fucking Castaway. Complete with the face.
He's wearing a lab coat, right? So he's going to pretend to be a doctor? No. Right back in the cart.
Got back in there. Yeah.
What? Why?
I'm going to need to change my daisy chain to bloody katanas.
Yes.
It's a good one.
She is now struggling to push this cart.
Oh, he's a lot heavier because of the head. Wilson weighs a lot. Steve comes out of the bathroom where he's fapping, apparently.
After she wheels right by him clumsily.
And he sees a bed full of ketchup. More ketchup in this bed or in Cobra. When Brigitte Nielsen is pouring ketchup on the fries.
I still think it's Cobra, but it's close. It's real close.
He realizes what's happened, runs out and says, call security.
You're a cop.
Nigga, you're the police.
You're a cop.
What are you talking about?
Same note too.
What do you mean call security?
Let's check out that security guard jogging down a hallway past doctors. Abrupt cut. Now it's the same hallway and it's empty. Angie Neverhart is wheeling the cart down the hallway.
They have one hallway.
This Asian security guard, there are 2 different voices. One is the Pluto TV voice.
Hey, man.
Hey, wait a minute, nurse. Wait a minute.
And one is maybe a voice Andrew Santino would do on Bad Friends podcast.
I'm in corridor 2.
She gets into an elevator. So many cuts. She tells Zadar, good job.
She's horny.
They exit the elevator in a completely different building.
Yes.
Walk right out with the head in a yellow plastic bag.
Because you keep it in.
Zadar kicks a guy in the face.
That's an apartment building.
Every cut is a new location. Now he knocks out a black guy.
Throws him into a tree.
They put the head in the trunk of a convertible, and then I guess the cops that were watching the building ask him for some ID.
Two guys who look like Vince McMahon.
Terrible storage. Have you ever had a basketball loose in the trunk?
Rolling around, man.
The whole time.
Yeah, volleyball's going to be the same way.
Like a quarter in a dryer.
He knocks out both guys. They drive off.
Did you catch him doing the Dame Lillard bye-bye, wave bye-bye?
Oh, no, I missed that.
Oh, yeah. He's in the back waving bye-bye to the guys he just knocked out.
Cut to the captain's office. Murtaugh's asking the captain what he did wrong. Captain is mad. He told him to bring Riggs from San Diego.
How is this Joe's fault?
I don't know. You're the captain.
Well, Steve's not a cop, so that's why.
Oh.
Good point. The man has been here 1 week and I almost lost my job.
Why?
If he stays another week, I might end up in handcuffs and die of a heart attack, and I don't want that.
What a great tag. And I don't want that.
What's happening with the lighting in the scene?
In this scene?
Just this one.
At the Katana Gang headquarters, there's 4 different color tones. The captain says that a man lost his head. We know that. An officer lost his hand. When? God damn you guys. All you've done is cost me bloodshed and mayhem. And me, misery in my future. Huh?
What's how long it'll take to bring them to their knees?
1 week? 1 month? Next year?
He's asking for more time. He doesn't have time or patience. Riggs can send him back to this place in San Diego if he doesn't want him here.
Joe's happy to go.
Captain will write the order. Murtaugh calms everyone down, babbles about getting them the results, says give the samurai a second chance.
You know it, and they know it themselves, and what they want is results.
What men want?
Calls him samurai. Why?
Yeah, why does he call him samurai?
I don't know.
What do you say, huh, Cap?
Yeah, like somebody stuck a big club up my ass and it hurts.
Oh.
What?
Got to figure out how I'm going to get it out of there.
What? That didn't answer his question.
Kicks him out of his office.
Murtaugh kisses him on the forehead. Captain yells, you son of a bitch! Come back here, you motherfucker, while pointing.
Holds the pose.
Shot lingers for so long, he sits down and smiles.
He starts laughing.
Frank broke the fourth wall by smiling at the camera.
That's not his fault. They thought they were going to cut at some point.
That's editing.
They go back to their police office, tells Peggy he's always in.
The police office looks like a fucking call center.
Blue Lagoon restaurant downtown. Fujiyama hangs out there.
Frank wants to know what katana means.
It means Japanese sword.
Cop keeps giving exposition to other rival Japanese gangs willing to cooperate.
Never really comes back.
The gay cop fucks up the line. Clearly, it seems there's a restaurant, but then continues to give all this exposition. Samurai turns to Peggy.
Hey, Peggy, you want to go?
That's not how this shit works.
No.
You want to come with?
I can't, but I'll be home later on.
I may stop by, so keep it warm. Is that his catchphrase?
Sex banter.
Cut to the Blue Lagoon. Fujiyama gives a small present to Jennifer. It's a small bag with a small box with a beautiful piece of jewelry we never see.
Yeah.
That's how you know Fujiyama's successful, because he's banging a white broad. Either that or they couldn't afford any more Asian actors.
Tony, the lawyer, shows up late. Then Joe and Frank show up and they approach. Are you Fujiyama?
I thought he spoke Japanese and lived over there.
Exactly.
He's never heard that name in his life.
Yes, I am. Who are you? I'm a cop. Music sting.
And Chin is pissed.
He's fucking mean mugging him this whole time. The attorney says to talk to him.
You mean ass on Esquire?
So you're the infamous boss of this shit katana gang. Chin stands up. Weird music riff happens. Back to calm music. Fujiyama tells him to sit down.
This is where I confirm. Fujiyama has an accent. It's not Japanese or even Asian. Fujiyama sounds Mexican.
Nope.
He sounds like George Lopez. The same lilting intonations of someone who grew up in a Chicano community in Los Angeles. This dude does not sound even 1% Asian.
Officers, if you have anything against me, then book me. Otherwise, as they say, get the hell out of my face. This is America, land of freedom and law. A man is innocent until he's proven guilty.
Jennifer smiles at Joe.
Well, he's fuckable.
This dude is a sex machine. Clip can't hardly wait.
I am a sex machine. Sex machine.
Lawyer says you have nothing on the client. Murtaugh is high as fuck. He says, and yes, we have. What? We have many things on him, and this client of yours is going to need more than a lawyer to clean up his shit. The lawyer says, I will sue you and the department for this insult to my client.
First thing in the morning.
Is that the law?
Well, he's a lawyer.
Sue him for what? Being awesome?
Zach, I need you to do that line again. I need you to add like 70 pounds of ass back onto you.
Okay. I will sue you and the department for this insult to my client.
Hey, counselor, you still have 3 or 4 hours before the courthouse closes.
Zapped his ass.
Now, I'm telling these son of a bitches that we respect the Japanese of this country who are honest businessmen.
An honest businessman.
And yeah, this is the land of opportunity for legitimate business, not for death merchants who distribute drugs to our children through schools and on the streets. Now, I'm telling these motherfuckers that if they continue killing our children to make their precious millions that they deposit in their secret Swiss bank accounts, Counselor, before your lawsuit even gets off the court clerk's desk, I'll have their stinking bodies in garbage bags and ship them back to Japan for fertilizer. Got it? And you too.
Okay, lawyer, now you've got a case. That's a legitimate death threat.
Death threat, hate crime.
Yeah.
And then says, excuse me, miss. By the way, and I said, here we go. What's an all-American girl like you doing with a what, Zach?
A geek.
A geek.
Geek.
Geek. Got it.
EE.
Uh-huh. He tries to wink and he blinks.
Frank, terrible laugh about court. Joe learns Jennifer is the boss. Her mom owns the Blue Lagoon. Who does he learn this from?
Oh, my God.
A waiter on his way out.
Oh, her name is Jennifer. She's the boss, is how he delivers that.
Where's her father?
Bang! Killed? Who shot him?
He.
Who?
Him.
Who's him?
Himself.
Oh, he committed suicide.
Yes.
Did they just who's on first? A man's suicide?
Ass the fuck off. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the best Cobra formula ever.
This guy's incredible. Alfonso Rafael Federico Sebastian.
That's his first name.
Ass off. Lock it in.
He wants the waiter to hit on Jennifer for him. He likes cops. His cousin's a cop in Costa Rica.
They rush out to the parking lot.
Joe doesn't want Frank to hear the last name. Would have made a book.
Summer's here, and you can now get almost anything you need for your sunny days delivered with Uber Eats. What do we mean by almost? Well, you can't get a well-groomed lawn delivered, but you can get a chicken parmesan delivered. A cabana? That's a no. But a banana? That's a yes. A nice tan? Sorry, nope. But a box fan? Happily, yes. A day of sunshine? No. A box of fine wines? Yes. Uber Eats can definitely get you that. Get almost anything delivered with Uber Eats. Order now. Alcohol in select markets. Product availability may vary by region. See app for details.
This episode is brought to you by PetSmart. Stop by for Yappy Hour with your pet at PetSmart. Save $5 on walk-in grooming services like nail trims, ear cleaning, brushing, and more. No appointment needed every weekday from 2 to 6 p.m. And while you're there, Yappy Hour includes exclusive in-store deals like 25% off pet toys. Visit services.petsmart.com/grooming to learn more.
Here at the Almond Joy Factory, where tropical vibes abound, we use soft, fresh-tasting coconut.
The crunchiest almonds and delicious chocolate candy.
Ah, but do you know what our most important ingredient is? Sometimes you feel like a nut.
Sometimes you don't.
Almond Joy's got nuts and something even way better than that. Yes, Almond Joy is made with almonds and joy.
Not all EVs are created equal. The Ioniq 9 sets a new standard. Hyundai's first all-electric EV with 3 rows. Space in an EV, finally. Plus, with over 300 miles of range, ultra-fast charging capability, and tech infused with safety features, this isn't just space. It's freedom reimagined. More room, more possibilities. Learn more about the Ioniq 9 at HyundaiUSA.com. Call 562-314-4603 for complete details.
Shin is mean mugging him. He calls over goons to jump rigs.
One at a time. They're somewhere completely different.
You call them goons. I call them henchmen. What does Joe refer to them as later on?
Oh, I don't know.
He calls them assassins.
Oh, yeah. He calls the frat boys assassins. The frat boy in the restaurant later. That's a different scene.
The first henchman he sends out there with the white vest looks like Benny Blanco if he got his life together. It was a massive amount of steroids.
100%. Yes.
The second henchman was a black dude. I called him Moops. He has giant popos.
Peggy level.
Frank keeps trying to cuff these guys. He's super clumsy with it.
Yeah.
This white guy just pulled a sword out of a truck.
That's where you keep him.
Was that his truck?
Is that his sword?
Frank wonders if he'll fight this guy barehanded. Joe waves at him. Frank pulls out his pistol and shoots the guy. Recurring theme.
Yes.
Oh, a guy's got a sword. I've got a gun. I've seen Indiana Jones.
A lot of Indiana Jones.
He chops off this guy's fucking arm at the top of the bicep, and I fucking lost it.
The sound of the arm hitting the cement.
Holy shit.
Like coffin floppers smacking the ground.
For some reason, Moops' black belt against his white pants made me laugh. 17 million belt loops on his pants. It's the thinnest of belts.
Chin, like a true samurai, pulls out a machine gun.
Slaps it. He starts shooting from a different location. Shoots his own men.
Yes.
Incredibly sporadically.
Bolo.
As they crawl behind a car. Yes. Bolo keeps killing his own men.
Slowly.
Clunkily reloads. Takes out a grenade. Rolls it under their car.
It explodes 1.5 feet away from him.
Close enough.
Smoke fills the screen. He walks away slowly.
Son of a bitch. Killed his own men.
I know. It's called code of silence. He doesn't want anybody talking.
Frank's worried about his car. Captain Rome is gonna burn my ass.
Yeah, he's going to burn it. Charcoal black.
Oh, it is black.
Right on.
They dap?
High five.
What?
Banter?
Back at the captain's office?
Zach, the good news is this will never come back again.
Oh, Amin? Just you wait.
There's so many people in the captain's office. I did not notice that the lawyer was there too until everybody cleared out.
The caption says, Lost Feliz.
Lost Feliz.
Feelis instead of Los Feliz.
Mm-hmm.
Captain tells the lawyer to fuck off. You get your ass out of my office or you'll have to go to surgery to get my foot out of it.
Let me warn you, fuck you and your client.
Get out of here, you asshole. Leave me alone.
Leave me alone is funny.
I got more important things than
calls him a shyster.
Mays, I don't know if that word is acceptable anymore. Like you, get out of here. I'll see you in court. He says, you motherfucker, I'll see you in hell. Leave me alone.
Get a job.
Get a job, grouch.
And then I said, you know what? Costa Rican waiter.
Whoa.
You might have some company here.
Whoa.
Dude.
Abruptly back to the restaurant.
But it's a different restaurant. I'm confused.
Riggs is there to see Jennifer.
He's going upstairs now. It's still the Blue Lagoon.
Valet dimes him out to Okamura.
On a brick of a 20CB phone.
He comes out of a closet.
All of Joe's entrances are how pornos start. Every time he goes into a room.
I'm here to fix the cobble.
My visit today is simply social. We're told that she says why. I heard someone say why. Her mouth never opens.
I think you're pretty. Thank you. Geez, where are my manners? I haven't even introduced myself. My name's Joe Marshall.
Stop everything right now. What is this lion head on the wall?
Same note too.
Wait, is lion the daisy chain?
Same note too.
What's happening? This lion is now my number 3 CT5 animal. Stinger Apini is gone. Mystery lion, you've been outdone by a different lion. You're now down to OLI.
Whoa. Not even the best lion in Cinephobe.
Mystery lion, you've been dethroned.
Wally pipped.
I said, Maze, if you don't change your fucking daisy chain to lion, I'm going to be furious. We'll do nothing but Seagal movies the rest of the year.
That first shot we see of her standing in front of the line, breaking the fourth wall, and staring right at us, it spoke to me. It told me
it's unbelievable
that this is automatically a meme I will now use when I want to communicate with people.
She doesn't know about any of Fujiyama's criminal stuff, only as a businessman. Been helpful to her and her mother. When her father passed away, he took the $400K in debt.
Poppy talk.
I said, oh, fuck. Fujiyama Taffered him.
Yep.
He came in and rescued that bar.
Knew that was coming. Poppy talk, bar rescue combination.
Mm-hmm.
Combination.
I can't stop staring at this lion.
The lion is the scene stealer.
Depending on where they are, the lion is looking at them at all times.
Absolutely. It's a Mona Lisa situation.
Tells her that Fuj only has dirty drug money. And then he clumsily says, hey, do you eat at your restaurant a lot? Yes. Would you like to eat somewhere else?
He Cobra formulated the date request.
She doesn't want to. How about Friday? I don't want to.
Friday's the busiest day.
How about Sunday?
Sunday I go to church, and Sunday's my birthday.
What the fuck is he doing on Saturday?
He's got fucking plans on Saturday.
Who's he fucking on Saturday? It's Saturday date night with Peggy.
She's always keeping it warm, so I don't think they have to have dates.
Maybe he rests on Saturday.
Like the Lord?
Yeah.
He says, what church do you go to? The Episcopal Church of Beverly Hills. And he says, the Episcopal Church, CT5 liars. But we've all been here, right, Zach?
He feigns interest in this church like Amin feigning interest in a dog. Or maybe anything.
On anything.
Yeah.
Because at first I was like, oh, come on, dude. Then I thought to myself, Amin, you do this constantly.
Right.
Oh, word? Oh, yeah.
Oh, interesting. Yeah.
You know how many boring stories I have to hear about people's jobs? Because I feigned interest one time and now I've become the guy who you talk about your job all the time to? Is this a shared experience, Zach?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, shit. I said too much.
As he says he'll see her later, the camera pans up to the lion.
Every shot has the lion as the focal point.
You couldn't get away from it if you tried.
I don't know if that was their intent, but it's always a focal point for me.
Cut to...
Is he in the club for Mark for Death?
Great question.
This isn't the Blue Lagoon.
These aren't samurais. These aren't street toughs. These guys that are here to take him out, they're frat bros. This is Luke, Chad, and Declan here with a baseball bat.
Yeah.
Baseball bat dude definitely did not train with sticks.
Absolutely not. This guy's never held a bat in his life.
He needs an angel to help him out.
Like the fucking Star Wars kid in the garage.
Yes. Same note too.
He beats the crap out of them. Now one guy's running. He's chasing him. The guy stumbles and eats shit on his own.
Ass off. I gave him ass off for that.
Prominent dragon tattoo on his forearm. I thought that would come back. No, it doesn't.
Nope.
He's getting his wrist twisted. Oh, my leg.
Then we go to the Mustafa formula. Who sent you?
Akamura sent me. Which one is he? Writing.
Is he the white one?
He's the big bald man. Cut immediately to a random house.
So abrupt with the cop asking how they know if this is the right house.
If they find Akamura, they'll have a solid case. If it's the wrong house, we'll apologize to the owner. Usual police routine.
What the fuck? What are you talking about?
The case is for hiring 4 assassins to kill a policeman. I said, 4 assassins? Those are frat bros from USC. What are you talking about, assassins?
A little liberal with the word assassins here.
Who's going to answer to the captain on this? You. Shit, man. He'll burn my ass. You don't have to worry about that. It's already, yeah, I know. It's already black, huh?
Call black.
This time he'll probably cut my dick off too, huh? What?
Peggy says, better report to my house first then.
For what?
So you can use it before you lose it.
Cobra formula?
Sex banter?
What?
Combination.
Guys, this is a cocksmick gumbo.
Peggy turns to the other cop. You and I got nothing to do. Let's fuck.
And the gay cop says, shut up.
Shut up.
And walks away because he's gay.
No,
he's gay. He's like gay Paul.
Just Paul.
Homophobia.
Peggy is out of control.
Peggy Gittenberg.
I've been calling Joe horny cop. Turns out she's the horniest of them all.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think she was doing in that helicopter before they called her?
Jerking off the pilot.
Inside the house, they're goons playing cards. Okamura is oddly in his underwear.
That's not oddly.
He's about to fuck. What are you talking about? She says, but you promised to buy me those Japanese pearls.
Oh.
Did I? And I laugh so hard because although it's not the exact same type of situation, I have 100% done this.
That's prostitution.
No, like you said we were going to go out to dinner. I said, did I? You said you were going to get me a birthday card. Did I? Like I do this shit constantly.
She says, yes, you promised. He then says, a favor is a favor. Let's see if you can satisfy me.
Pimp.
Joe and Frank knock out a goon, creep around a sliding glass door to cuck. Is that him? I guess so. Looks like this is his last fuck.
Let him finish then.
Huh. The hell I will.
He yells, police, don't move. You're under arrest. Then can't open the door.
He's staring at them through the glass. They don't notice, by the way.
It is a wide open sliding glass door. In terms of vision,
there are no blinds.
No blinds, no curtains.
And that bed, while not flush up against it, it's pretty fucking close to the door.
There's about 1.5 feet of space between the bed and the door.
I imagine Okamura, sometimes a girl comes over, she says, let me in, and he leans over and flips the lock.
Absolutely, yeah.
He grabs a briefcase and clothes. They're gunning down goons. Okamura dives through a window, briefcase first, into a somersault.
Clearly not a stunt double.
Not at all.
Takes a gun out of the briefcase and starts shooting back at Joe. They're running through a backyard with cactuses, tries to shoot, nothing happens. Joe's got him. Okamura wants Joe to fight him like a man.
He gets trapped by bushes.
Please clip all the kung fu noises.
None of this is martial arts.
As they're going everything everywhere all at once, teleporting to a backyard, to a sand pit in a marsh, to on top of a mountain.
In this fight, he pulls Joe's wig off.
What wig, Zach? I'm sorry.
Go to look at this photograph on YouTube.
Oh, okay.
This is like if you based a fighting style off of the video game Double Dragon.
Finally, Okamura takes out some secret knives from his belt.
Those are kind of badass.
Joe's pulling his arms back, disarms him. Now he's twisting his neck on the ground, twists his arm and wrist.
I thought he was going to break his neck.
Takes him to Frank. He's under arrest. Frank's cuffing him.
He has never been taught how to cuff anybody.
He's so bad at it. Okamura steals Frank's gun out of his belt.
Well, he must have done some kind of incredible martial arts move to get the drop on him. No, just reach right in front of him. Okay.
Joe has to shoot him. Well, this one's dead too. Not captured alive.
You have killed everybody.
He says it exactly like Borat. Not captured alive.
Cut to Fujiyama's apartment?
Massive skyscraper, plastic fruit platter, several new enemies. Goes through all the cops, including Samurai Cop Joe Marshall. Ah! He said it.
It's not Captain Rome, it's Captain Roma, apparently.
Fuge wants to buy Captain Roma. Zadar wants to kill them. Zadar's idea is to use an outside source, call New York. Fuge wants Joe and Frank's legs broken, but don't get involved.
New York is going to be some kind of Yakuza New York-based assassins.
Yeah.
It's a blonde guy who gets really excited.
We don't know who's from New York.
No, we do. It's just black guys that show up in the next scene.
Oh, is that what that is?
That's New York.
I thought it was a blonde dude because I haven't seen him all movie long, and now all of a sudden he's here in every scene.
That's the next escalation.
Oh, Zach.
New York is black guys.
Are you for real?
Where is Joe? What is he doing?
He's reviewing tape. He's looking at this photograph.
With his hair in a ponytail now. With this guy with the pipe.
Oh.
That we'll never see again.
Hold on.
Smoking pipe.
Yeah, because I thought fucking Bertol was the one with the pipe.
Jumbo jet.
It's a gift.
They go upstairs with guns. This woman pushes an alarm button, not subtly, but it works. Old man tells him, that's the warning bell. There's a shootout in the hallway. He's killing them one by one, including this bingo with stupid sunglasses.
Real dumb.
He climbs down from a roof.
It gets down to the alleyway, abruptly cut to Angie Neverhart getting naked.
Super naked.
Gratua bush.
W.
Gratua, everything.
Giant popos.
Nice roundy, though.
Nice roundy.
She and the Chin are going to fuck.
Spit good.
Spit's good, huh?
The makeout scene is...
This movie has some of the worst kissing you'll ever see.
Well, it's because they have to kiss for so long.
They do. They have to kiss for a really long time.
They roll tape and let him keep kissing.
I might be a prude.
They're on top of the covers. He's got a sheet wrapped around him. Phone rings. He answers it. He leaves, takes the sheet with him, tells her he's going to a party. Scene.
That's it.
Cut to a church.
Tommy Lee Johns is there, spying on Jennifer.
This hornball went to stalk her?
He's in a suit and looks totally different. I could not tell who this was.
Did not recognize him for the first two shots of the scene.
I recognized him as soon as he put his foot up on the rock. Pose. Like Captain Morgan.
He goes to intercept Jennifer, who's wearing a hell of a church dress.
Oh my God.
She sure is.
Got some questions to ask her in his car. Cut to a beach house?
On a cliff?
So this is the police station where you're interrogating me.
He lives in LA?
I own this house month to month.
Tommy Lee Johns tells the Chin, who tells Fujiyama, who's like 4 feet away from him, that she left with the cop. Kill him. My pleasure.
They're all hanging out on the patio having a beer.
Yeah.
They got a cookout.
5 minutes ago, don't get involved. Come after Jennifer, kill him.
Poor Mr. Fujiyama. He's in the friend zone.
The entire time.
Free dinners, save the restaurant, gifts, all that shit. Never hit. As soon as he hears Joe's about to get some action, perhaps, because he saw the look, the exchanging of the gazes, he's like, oh shit, no, kill him. This guy can't get ass before I do.
Can I extend your backstory?
Yes, please.
Killed the dad, banged the mom. Now he's trying to bang the daughter.
Going for the trifecta.
It's all about the Blue Lagoon, baby.
I like that.
Guy was $400,000 in debt to him.
See, I like to think that he's tried to bang the mom, but hasn't.
Well, when we get to the mom, maybe we can revisit this.
Okay.
Because she's pro-Fuge.
I guarantee he's banged her.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right, Fuge.
Now that Joe has kidnapped Jennifer and taken him back to his beach house, he pulls out a Dutch oven.
He cooked.
And there's a roast chicken on the table.
A whole fucking chicken. How long did that take to prepare?
That he stole from his neighbor who has farm animals.
Thanks for that exposition.
Killed, plucked, butchered, cooked.
How'd you know I'd come home with you? Let's just say I can read eyes.
Great writing.
I really wanted to impress you, so I hope you're impressed.
The Chin walks into the home of who Amin affectionately refers to as the gay cop.
Affectionately?
Who has a wife.
So then I was like, oh shit.
And karate magazines and trophies.
He's into karate, yeah.
Golden Dumpster. They grab her, and the guy says, "Come here, bitch."
Well, that's not all he says. That's not all he does.
He rips her shirt open.
The goon starts sexually assaulting the wife?
Absolutely.
What are we doing?
And his wife threw her titties in my hand. It was weird, Your Honor.
You grabbed her titties. I saw you.
I've never been so happy for continuity errors because thankfully now she's fully clothed again.
And
this scene is tremendously saved.
This guy tries to offer up Frank or Peggy, the girl cop. Zadar gasps, "You lie."
The wife says, "John, help me," very calmly after this dude is molesting the shit out of her.
Yeah.
John, I guess, is the gay cop.
He's not gay.
This is his wife, so.
But then he says, "Sally," and I was like, "Oh, he's in the closet. She's a beard. That's what's going on."
Homophobia.
There it is.
So I changed my notes to closet cop.
Well, he's dead now because he just got stabbed in the gut.
Well, he doesn't really die.
He crawls over to her and takes a long time.
He crawls around, yeah.
Lots to catch up.
Now they're going to split up to go after Frank and Peggy. Zadar tells him, "You know how I operate."
Cut to Jennifer and Riggs in bathing suits down on the rocky beach.
When did they get bathing suits? Did they eat the chicken?
Well, that's his house.
He had a bikini for her?
Of course. The dude got to LA, started mowing through bitches, man. One after another.
They start kissing. Cut to Murtaugh's home. He gets out of the shower. They pull a gun on him.
Surprise!
They want information.
What kind of information?
Information about my butt? What?
They rip his towel off, but he's clearly wearing underwear or swim trunks or something like that.
Absolutely.
How many towels do you guys use when you come out the shower?
One.
I use one. Dry off my head, face, body, and then end with the wrap.
Yeah.
He comes out wrapped and now drying his hair with a second towel, which I don't think is poor filmmaking. I think there are a lot of people who actually go 2 towels.
I think there are people that do that.
Maybe you got to be 2 towel guy, right?
Too tall.
I'm a 1 towel person, but
What?
How tall is that towel?
That's got to be a beach towel.
Beach towel? Omaha Beach? Like, what the fuck? It's a flag. Is it a flag?
how the fuck did you get from me having 1 towel to Omaha Beach?
I'm problematic. It's a problem.
Guy takes out a knife and holds it to his dick.
Oh, yeah. Hey, take it easy, man. Come on. Talk to me. What do you want?
I can kill you now, or I can relieve you of this gift. This black gift. In a split second, you won't enjoy yourself the rest of your life.
What?
Tells him the address is in the closet. The guy starts flipping through clothes. It's not in here.
How does that make sense?
Frank finds some scissors, stabs a guy, uses them as a human shield, takes the gun.
How's he find the scissors, Zach?
He is flopping that hand around a table
For 5 minutes.
Oh my God.
Where are these goddamn scissors? I was clipping coupons right before I took the shower.
Moving around like a goddamn Muppet hand.
Shoots the goon 3 times, then slices the other goon's throat as he TGTs him.
Cut to Jennifer and Riggs in an apartment building pool?
Cut to Jennifer's ass.
Well, yeah.
Maybe I'm just really horny, but she really has a nice roundy.
What happened to the rocky beach?
Oh, no, now they're in the pool. You go to the beach and then you come to the pool.
That's an apartment complex.
Now that was real professional. I thought so. Frank's calling him, but he's too busy making out in the pool.
She wants food.
I'm hungry. So you didn't eat the chicken?
Cut to Peggy's place.
Peggy pretending to cook.
Peggy has no roundy.
Goons creeping around outside.
Cocking from the window.
She's cooking lunch.
What is she doing?
They sneak in. She beats the shit out of 2 guys. She's going for a gun in the kitchen drawer. Chin backhands the fuck out of her.
Is she the samurai cop?
She's doing pretty good. She's holding her own, throwing these punches.
She's done more kung fu than he has at this point.
Chin holds her down on the counter. Then the goons hold her down. He starts pouring sizzling butter, oil. What is that?
Yep.
Hot grease right on her cooch.
She says, fuck you.
Maybe some other time.
Zapped her ass.
He keeps pouring shit on her, asking about the address. Blonde goon, ass off.
Oh, he's loving it.
This guy cannot be trusted.
Staring maniacally. He's the one who ripped the shirt open earlier.
This guy's a real menace.
He's horny, man. I get that his role is to attack and be a villain and all that shit.
Mm-hmm.
But he's the quintessential, you're scaring the hoes, man.
Mm-hmm.
Even in this mission that we're doing, you're scaring the hoes. You got to calm down.
You got to relax, man.
Pull it back 40%.
She gives up the address. He dumps the rest of the pan. Cool down, young one.
Riggs has a birthday cake for her?
No candles, though. They're still in their bathing suits. You thought of everything.
I like this music.
They start making out again. He picks her up. Camera focuses on her ass.
Great ass.
Takes her over to the bed. Soundtrack is going crazy.
Gratuitous popos.
Giant popos.
Slowly kissing, and he's kissing her body for 2.5 minutes.
It's a long time. We've seen more kissing than fighting in a movie called Samurai Cop.
How high is the cut on his underwear / swimming suit?
I mean,
over the hip bone.
I'm going to tell you exactly what it looks like. Go back to Teen Wolf 2. When old girl opens the dorm room door.
Oh, I was going to say go to Christmas Vacation in the department store.
Oh, yeah.
Can't even see the line, Russ.
I like to keep it within the Cinephobe universe.
Cars are pulling into a neighborhood that clearly isn't near any beach.
This is supposed to be Joe's beach house. It's a completely different house. Frank calling. Come on, Joe.
He finally answers the phone.
Well, it's because they fucked.
Right.
Frank tells him, get out fast. Joe looks out his window and sees Sidar in the backyard.
He shoots a guy who falls in the pool. There's no blood in that pool.
Excellent death in this all denim outfit, somersaulting backwards off the diving board.
The Elmer Fudd rifle is back.
Repeat offender.
As the chin is trying to creep around the house, he falls into the garage door.
It doesn't make any sense. They keep sneaking around and popping out and shooting, but we don't know which house it is or if it's the same house. They go back inside, then they go out front and get in the car. After Zadar pulled into the driveway and that car was not there, they now drive away in the car.
So we have a chase? We have a car chase?
No.
No.
Jennifer's back at her office. Her mom wonders where she's been. But more importantly, the lion is back.
The way she walked in, she clearly had just had sex.
Oh, of course.
She did the I'm walking on sunshine.
Fuge is pissed. He made arrangements for your birthday. He got you presents. Jennifer doesn't care.
Her mom is the same age as she is, right?
They're the exact same.
In comes Fuge. Music sting.
Captain's office. He wants to fire Riggs and Murtaugh. He's about to be fired.
He's worried about losing his pension. Clip this whole rant.
But you know something? I don't give a fuck. There's only one thing in this world I want. I want you to find that motherfucking Japanese gangster. I want you to kill him, and I want you to kill every one of his men. I want you to turn his house into a bloodbath. Don't leave anybody alive.
None of this is the law.
The law? This is the opposite of the law.
And when they're all dead, you come back to me. And all three of us will turn our badges in. Say goodbye to it. We'll be off this police force for good.
Why do they have to quit?
Because they did all the murders.
Well, they're all going to quit together.
He's setting them up.
Yeah, of course.
That's why I said come back to me. So that I could turn you guys in.
Now you're talking.
All right. See you, Captain.
See you in hell.
See you in hell?
That's his catchphrase.
And now, guys, we have a real serious conversation to have between Cap, the waiter from the Blue Lagoon, and the lion. Ass off.
And the blonde henchman.
Based on the ripping of the shirt and then the shirt's back on.
That's not his fault.
I have a feeling they had to talk to him.
What?
They had to talk to him.
You think they gave notes?
Yes.
Well, I think they said, hey, don't sexually assault this woman in the scene.
They left it in the movie after that, after they talked to him.
That incredible editorial process somehow slipped past it.
Didn't have enough. They got to get to 130.
Joe and Frank show up at a house. Joe climbs over the fence. Frank climbs under the fence.
Why? Because I'm an undercover cop.
Banter.
Cobra formula?
Got him.
And he breaks the fourth wall because then he smiles right at the camera.
Yeah.
Sneaking around, hiding behind trees, terrible gunfights.
This fat black guy with the rifle?
Is this the same black henchman?
No. It's not the same dude. Because this guy's got way more hair. Now we've got another guy in the ass off race. Because this guy, the way he dies is incredible.
Frank and Joe are by a pool. They sneak inside the house. Each shooter in death gets dumber and dumber and dumber and lazier.
With all the gunshots in this movie, with all the shootouts,
yeah,
this is the first time we get any ramifications of a gunshot where glass gets broken.
Well, the guy with the comb over shoots some bottles and a TV.
Exactly. That's the only time.
Fuge tells Joe to drop his gun or his sweetheart will be dead. All I want to do is get out of this country. Straight up lie.
CT5 liars.
All you want to do is bang Jennifer.
That's exactly what he wanted.
You have to worry about her life, not me.
But then he decides he doesn't care about her because he doesn't want sloppy seconds.
He gets them to put their guns down.
Frank nearly bumps into Joe as they shuffle around the room.
He sure does.
Aiming at Fuge. Fuge tells him, you stupid Americans, sentiment gets in the way of your intelligence.
No. He didn't say sentiment.
What did he say?
The caption said cinnamon.
Cinnamon, yeah.
Pizza cockroach.
The way he says, you stupid Americans. Like George Lopez.
When Murtaugh drops his gun on the rug, it bounces a good 3 inches off the ground.
He tells Joe, say sayonara, which sounds funny.
Yeah, because he doesn't speak Japanese. Spoiler alert.
He has no idea what that means.
This dude grew up in East LA, I promise you.
He shoots Murtaugh in the stomach. Murtaugh eventually grabs a gun and shoots Fujiyama. He gets up and Murtaugh's fine because we get some Cobra formula.
It's a double Cobra formula.
Double Cobra formula.
He was smart in every way except one thing. What's that? For all his money and success, he's not as smart as I am. To do what? Put on a bulletproof vest, man.
And then Joe asks, what if they shot you in the face?
It's a risk we were willing to take.
There you go.
Jennifer wants to go home. They kiss.
Well, still got to go kill Yamashita.
Cut to a cabin?
Why is there more movie?
Because Zadar is number 1 on the call sheet and he's still alive.
Riggs and Murtaugh are sneaking around as goons are on patrol. Big tank top and jeans movie.
Some teenager has a katana. Frank shoots him. Indiana Jones.
Yep.
The Iron Claw mullet brother climbs up on the roof.
Murtaugh's stressed.
Blonde henchman with his ass off kicks open a wood panel from the middle of the house with a shotgun, firing wildly.
Horrible gunplay. The Chin arrives in the tiniest fucking Jeep I've ever seen.
A Suzuki Samurai.
That is a micro machine. That is.
Zach, you don't remember the Samurai?
I do, but I don't remember it being that small.
Oh, man, it was tiny. That little rag top, too?
Especially for his big ass. Way too small.
This is a Coakley and Hall Pass effect.
Yes, you're right. Riggs kills Angie Neverhart.
He kills Tommy Lee Jeans in all denim.
Chin starts taking clothes off. We're down to a 2-on-2 gunfight. This guy comes swinging it out the fucking tree.
I'm so mad I missed this.
This guy tries to come in and he fucking falls.
Zadar tells his henchman to go get his sword.
Hey, Joe! So they call you Samurai. Let's see how good you are with a sword. Samurai Super Cop.
Whenever we cut back to the shots of the cabin, there is a weird blue-gray tint on the screen.
Every single fucking scene is color tinted differently. It's different lighting. It's a different time of day. It's a different location. It's different film stock. You name it.
We're going to get a sword fight. Lots of preamble here. Clip it from Sonny.
So much preamble.
Lots of poses, taking their sweet ass time. Now they're in a huge open field.
These guys are not samurais.
This is the worst Foley work and sword fight you've ever seen.
These guys don't know how to handle a sword.
I know we talk about a lot of things in terms of hyperbole. This is the worst sword fight I've ever seen.
Absolutely.
And we just watched American Ninja 2 where everybody was using a butter knife.
Stop this pod right now. Go to a park, find a random stranger. You two pick up same size sticks, fight with them. It will be better choreographed and better sword fight than whatever this was.
Probably better lighting too.
They cut to Frank every once in a while for some cutaways because you got to keep him involved.
Gotta. He's stressed.
Now Joe is going for an eye gouge, twists his arm, does this special grip bullshit, and smashes his tricep repeatedly. Back to the sword fight, sunset lighting. Then it's earlier in the day for some punches. He does this backwards arm wrap around his neck.
Does he break his spine?
No, because he's alive.
He took away his legs, maybe made him partially paralyzed.
You lost. You lost, face.
Is he making fun of his face?
You know the code of the Bushido.
Bullshit. You know.
Bullshit.
Kill me.
Joe's about to decapitate him. No, Joe! You're a cop!
Oh, now you're cops? You've been killing people left and right.
I thought we just established that Cap said, go kill everybody and then come back. And then we're going to turn in our badges.
So he throws away the sword and walks away. Zadar pulls a knife out of his ankle. Oh no!
Seppuku?
He stabs himself.
Mm-hmm.
He's a samurai. Also, he wants to die with honor.
This is Shogun?
We hear him stab himself. Then the shakiest, most out of focus camera is on his face. Cut to the beach.
Back to the beach!
Jennifer and Riggs in their bathing suits kissing again. Towel on the rock. Time to fuck on this rock?
He mounts her.
That's not comfortable.
Well, you ever fuck in the sand? That's not comfortable either.
A very suggestive shot of a wave hitting a rock and white foam spraying everywhere.
Cinema.
Woo-hoo-hoo.
Roll credits.
What the fuck, man?
Seatbelts fastened. Tray tables in an upright position. Here we go.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Plot liftoff?
Still waiting. Still waiting.
The second I see that fucking wig, that's plot liftoff.
All right, so Amin didn't happen for you. You didn't get one.
Nope, no plot liftoff.
Zach, it's the wig.
You gotta have a plot to have plot liftoff.
Mine is before the movie starts when Frank convinced the captain to bring Joe in from San Diego to fight the Japanese katana gang.
100%. Yep.
Seems like it would have been a good scene to have. I don't know.
I agree with that.
Or maybe we established that the katana gang is established now. as opposed to not yet.
Not yet.
They never get established.
No.
Thanks to Joe.
Why don't you try telling us what the fuck happened?
Plot summaries.
What, you got 96 seconds?
96 seconds. I will not need that much time.
I'm pretty sure I can't get mine in 96 seconds. I tried editing and nothing worked.
You tried editing. Well, they didn't consider that for this movie.
What are you talking about? You saw those cuts.
3, 2, 1. The infamous samurai cop Joe Armstrong comes to Los Angeles from sunny San Diego on a mission to defeat the Japanese gangs of death merchants who distribute drugs to children and kill children to make their precious millions. But while Joe's here, he's going to try to bang every broad in town. Lady cops, nurses, restaurateuses, any dame with a pulse is getting banged. Joe and his black partner Frank keep chasing down leads, but end up killing everyone before they get enough information. The Katana Gang is also trying to wipe them out at the same time. Luckily, Joe makes time to kidnap Jennifer on her way to church. Takes her back to his beach house that he owns month to month, cooks her a stolen chicken, takes her down to the beach, they swim in his pool, he brings her a cake, and then they bang on her birthday. Katana gang boss Fujiyama takes Jennifer hostage. Joe and Frank's captain encourages them to kill everyone. So they do! After they get Fuji and all his goons, they still have to track down a white guy named Yamashita, who's also a samurai apparently.
30.
They take out even more of the Japanese gang's white goons. Joe and Yamashita sword fight, then wrestle a little bit. Yamashita commits seppuku. Joe and Jennifer have sex on the beach.
Oh, wow. 20 seconds to go.
Oh, 3, baby. 1, 2.
Look, do me a favor. I don't want to do a countdown before I do the scene. No countdown. Can we just do it off of action?
Just in your own time. Good. So
I'm not a rocket ship, okay?
Okay. All right.
The Katana Gang isn't established. Well, not yet. Mr. Fujiyama runs an Asian gang with a great DEI program, and they want all the other Asian gangs to team up with them, but they won't cooperate, so they murder them all. This causes the cops to bring in Hornikov, who comes from the toughest police department in the Western Hemisphere, San Diego. And even though this guy's from San Diego, he has a house in LA and a girlfriend in LA who's an LA helicopter cop. Him and the black cop chase after the Katanas and get into a shootout, kill almost all of them, but arrest the one guy who survives, who's burned alive. Mr. Fujiyama is pissed. He tells Chin to go to the hospital, cut burn victim's head off, and bring it to him on his piano. Horny cop and black cop come to question burn victim, but horny nurse tells him he can't talk because his lips are burnt, and everyone knows you need unburnt lips for communication. Then horny nurse informs horny cop that he can't fuck her because she don't want no short dick, man. They leave, and the asshole and ginger henchwoman that walks like Dave Yeager shows up and infiltrates the burn victim's room, pushing a cart that Chin hides in. Tin decapitates the burn victim's head, and then they escape the hospital in a drop top as he waves bye-bye like Dame Lillard. Cops find out and get in trouble with the captain, so they go down to a restaurant to confront Fujiyama
30.
and the Katana Gang, who are all ass on. There, Horny Cop makes eyes on sex object, the woman Fujiyama is desperately entangled in the friend zone with. Fujiyama sends assassins to go kill the cops, but they fail, so Chin goes and murders them too. Chin basically just kills his own people. Horny Cop stalks the sex object and ends up banging her. The cops then chase down bald gangster,
10.
but not before they let him finish fucking. That's the gentleman thing to do. Fujiyama basically says he's got to kill the Horny Cop, not because he's
5.
killing our men or investigating us, but because I've been working on that Jennifer for months
2.
and barely got a cop a feel. Meanwhile, the captain gives a cop's
I think you got pretty much all of it, man.
I got the most important parts, which is that he's in the friend zone. That's all I really wanted.
All right, Zach.
Shit, man. All right.
3, 2, 1.
We have got Riggs and Murtaugh, the samurai cop and his black friend, trying to, I guess, take down the Katana Gang from San Diego to LA. I don't really know what's happening. They bust a drug deal, sort of, by killing everybody except for one guy who gets very badly burnt and ends up in the hospital. Joe fucks Peggy, the helicopter cop. We then get threatened by the captain. They go make sure that the burn victim is safe. He can't talk because he's got burned lips. You know, that takes a couple of weeks to heal. Then we find out that the nurse doesn't want to do nurse work on Samurai Cop's cock, but the black guy wants to step in. She's not interested, apparently. Racist. We then find out that Angie Neverheart and the Chin are going to chop off the head of the burn victim, bring it to Fujiyama, the head of the Katana Gang, and put it on his piano. They do it successfully. More fucking in this movie. Joe finds Fujiyama at the Blue Lagoon restaurant. The lawyer threatens them with a lawsuit that he doesn't know how to file. This incredible waiter lets them know how to find Jennifer. He starts stalking Jennifer, coerces her into fucking. Fujiyama goes after him. He decides, all right, I'll kill Fujiyama. He does it. He goes after the chin. We have an incredible sword fight. He breaks his spine and then it lets him kill himself, just like Jennifer's dad allegedly did. This is a big tank top, sex, and suicide movie.
Bang.
This episode is brought to you by Buick. When you have 4 new tires, every drive feels fresh. Right now, buy 3 select tires and get 1 for just $1 during the Buick Certified Service Fresh Start Tire Event. Visit Buick.com/service offers or see dealer for full details. At participating U.S. GM dealers only, highest or equal value tire will be $1. Offer ends 5/31/2025. Not available with other offers.
This episode is brought to you by Loom by Atlassian. Are you feeling stuck at work? Get your team unstuck with Loom video messaging and move work forward. Use Loom to simultaneously record both your screen and yourself to share a quick update, provide feedback, train a colleague, and everything in between. Plus, add Loom AI to your meetings for instant written notes and recordings. Try Loom today at Loom.com. That's LOOM.com.
Who cares if you lose the game? You got this off your chest. I mean, it's just one night of bar trivia.
One night of bar trivia is sacrosanct to us.
Trivia is sacrosanct.
Oh, shit.
Buckle up.
This film moved swiftly into production within a week of Amir Shervan and ex-Sylvester Stallone bodyguard Matt Hannon's first meeting. There's an interview with him that I'm going to have to cut up, but upon walking into Shervan's office for the first time, Matt Hannon was told that he was perfect and was immediately handed the full script to the film.
So when I walked in, met him just the minute I walked in, he says, "Oh, you are perfect. You are the star of my new movie." And I was just like, wow. And then he said it was going to be a low-budget Lethal Weapon type movie. I thought, okay, good action, I can do that. And that was it. Here's the script. He said, take a look. If you want to change anything, we will. And that didn't happen. And so I just left, and I think 4 days later, we started filming.
Despite the film being titled Samurai Cop, Hannon had no experience with weapons training, and all of his formal practice would be classified as MMA. As a result of Hannon's lack of experience and Shervan's inability to direct, all of the combat scenes were choreographed by martial arts expert Gerald Okamura. That would be Okamura from the movie.
His name's Gerald?
Yeah.
Or were planned out by the actors themselves, sometimes only 15 minutes before the scene in question was filmed.
Yeah, I'll buy that.
That's why I made that remark earlier about what writing. We just have writing.
Yeah.
Mark Frazier went for his audition at the director's house and was cast on the spot without even seeing the script or knowing who his character was.
What?
He walked in, you're hired.
Oh, you're black.
Mark got cast the next day, same thing. He walked right in, and Amir said, "Oh, you're the star." And Mark's like 6'5", I'm 6'3", so Amir probably just thought, "Oh, this is great, two big American, guys that look like Danny Glover and Mel Gibson, I guess."
Due to the film having no budget, the cast wears their own clothes and mostly drives their own cars.
I'll buy that too.
Gerald Okamura provided the weapons that he uses in the film.
What weapons?
Remember, the blades that he pulls out of his belt.
Talking about Stallone.
I actually went to the gym where Sly worked out, and he had just come back from filming Rambo 3. And I started talking with his bodyguards while he was in the gym working out, and they asked me if I wanted to come on board. And of course, what a honor for me. Growing up and watching his movies, now here I'm going to go work for him. So yeah, that was like 1988. I think I started with him through 91. So I tended to just stay within the bodyguard world, but after I started working for Sly, I really learned the business. He was kind of at the pinnacle of his career. Obviously he started doing Stop or My Mom Will Shoot, and Oscar, and Tango and Cat, which was a good movie. But so to be around him and watch a real top level, the biggest movie star in the world, to see what movies were all about. When I got approached by Amir to do this movie, I thought, wow, he's offering me the starring role. This is great. This is going to start my career. Little did I know, but so yeah, it was very exciting, and I was very lucky to get picked from Amir for whatever reason that he liked me. And I always wanted to do comedy anyway, so I wanted to be what Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson is kind of now. What I thought I wanted to be back then. I used John Candy as a reference, but he wasn't into action. But I was just a big guy, and there really was nobody that huge that could speak or be funny. So I thought that's my niche, because there's a million guys with long hair and great bodies.
The filmmakers apparently had access to only a handful of firearms. Only Joe's and Yamashita's weapons are exclusive to a single character. Other guns repeatedly reappear in the hands of multiple characters, often on opposing sides of the same shootout. Additionally, not all are fired, possibly due to a lack of appropriate caliber blanks. Consequently, the director could not place too many gunmen in each frame. This seems to contribute to the confusing staging of some action sequences and the frequent tongue-in-cheek criticism that the gang's many henchmen only attack one or two at a time, allowing Joe and Frank to pick them off with ease.
Caritas cut his long hair very short 7 months after filming Wrapped.
So then my agent at the time said, oh, you should cut your hair short now, shoot new headshots. So I did that. Then Amir called me in January of 91 and said, I need you to come to the office. So I went in, and when I walked in, he just flipped out. What have you done? You have fucked up my film. And I said, well, what are you talking about? We're done. He said, no, I have more to film. And I'm like, you've got to be kidding me. So he just immediately threw me in his little car, and we ran up to Hollywood Boulevard to the first wig shop that he found. And he just started looking on the shelf, and he'd take it off, and he'd put it on my head, and kind of flatten it, and go, this is it. This will work. And I kind of felt bad, and on the other hand, I was like, dude, you said we were done. I don't think I've done anything wrong, but I wanted to help him out. And then I thought we would shoot things from a distance, running maybe. But when he started saying, all right, Matt, I want you to redo this line because we didn't do this in the restaurant. And I'm like, you got to be kidding. Or I need you to peek around the corner because you'll see me in my real hair as I come up to a corner from the medium shot. And as soon as I look, it's a wig. And then I pull back and it's my hair. And I'm like, how am I going to show this to anybody?
Shervan still had half of the movie to shoot, completely out of chronological order.
Half?
As a result, Caritas' character hair alternates between his long hair and an obvious wig. The wig even comes off a few times, revealing his short hair.
Even in the fight scene with Gerald and I that took place in the winter, started in the summer.
Oh yeah, it moves location.
We go through all the seasons.
Yeah.
But then when it fell on, I'm just like, what are we doing? And me and Robert Zadar in the final fight, the same thing. Cloudy day, sunshine at the beginning of the fight.
Remember the scene where Murtaugh kisses the captain on his head and runs away, and the captain calls him a son of a bitch and then holds that pose?
Yeah.
Well, in the scene, the editor fell asleep, and the actor who plays the captain starts laughing and sits back down, closes his eyes, as if he's ready to do another take of the same scene. But if taken in the context of the film, it shows that Romer actually thinks it's pretty funny. In other words, it was a huge mistake that it made it into the final movie. Numerous scenes in the film noticeably end with the shot shaking, stuttering, and the colors being blown out and overexposed. This is a result of the cameraman pressing the button to stop recording.
What?
Due to the shoestring budget, film reel was of limited quantity on the set, so it had to be conserved, and that meant using every last millisecond of each take to get the film to feature-length runtime for distribution.
Almost every shot in the movie was done with just a single take.
Yeah, I'll buy that.
So as to conserve as much film reel as possible. This led to a lot of bloopers, flubbed lines, and mistakes to be left in the final cut.
Did Shervan write that?
Hannon admitted to intentionally ruining takes due to his frustration, assuming that Shervan would not put them in the film, but he did.
Wow.
Amir Shervan shot much of the film wild, with no sound, and dubbed in a lot of the dialogue later. Many actors were not available to speak their lines again, so Shervan used his own voice and warped it in post-production to sound different. That is why the Chinese henchman at the beginning sounds like a robot. The voice of film editor in the editing booth scene is that of Mark Fraser, not Warren Stevens. The infamous restaurant scene was mostly shot at Carlos and Charlie's on Sunset Boulevard. The long take of Matthew Caritas delivering his speech to Fujiyama was shot months later in Amir Shervan's office. Caritas shot the scene alone, talking to a chair and a lamp.
Amir took from the old Western style, hey, you, come here, like John. So he had a certain cadence in which he wrote, and even the classic son of a bitches line, which I use. I did say, here they would say, now I'm telling you sons of bitches. And he said, no, that doesn't sound right. I said, well, that's correct speak. That's how you'd say it. No, just say son of a bitches. So these are the arguments that we would have. And then after a while, we just gave in and we just kept going along. And as the days went on, we started to realize, I don't think this is ever going to be released.
The movie was shot entirely in the daytime, Zach, because they couldn't afford to light it.
Crystal Lane was reportedly nervous about shooting her love scene with Robert Zadar.
What?
Not sure if that's accurate. So director Amir Shervan got her a bottle of wine to loosen up.
Zadar fucks Cameron.
Yeah, so I don't know if that's supposed to be Cameron or what. In 2018, the Dave Matthews Band recorded a song titled Samurai Cop, unrelated to the film. According to an interview Dave Matthews gave on The Tonight Show with Jimmy Fallon, the film was playing while the song was recorded and the title just stuck.
Heck.
1980s action movie fans and critics alike have speculated that Amir Shervan loosely based Samurai Cop's story and characters off of both the A-list action film Lethal Weapon and the B-list action film American Ninja. Now get ready for the wildest shit yet. In 1992, Matthew Caritas took part in an armed robbery stealing a Rembrandt painting from televangelist Gene Scott's University Cathedral in Los Angeles. The painting was found in the home of Kurush Jadali, a stunt coordinator who worked on the set of Samurai Cop. Caritas was later arrested and sent to prison. He was largely unaware of the cult status that Samurai Cop had attained. Caritas had stated that he would check his IMDb page and noticed that many people assumed that he was dead, although this may have been due to him legally changing his surname to Caritas in the early 1990s. He would regain attention when his daughter uploaded a video to YouTube of him saying that he was indeed alive.
I kind of feel like that was the movie.
In August 19 of 2023, Hannon expressed his desire to join the circus in an Instagram post. So I'm going to have to go follow him on Instagram. It is unclear whether he has followed up on this desire, as he has not posted to Instagram since then.
Oh.
Well, it's not going to stop me from following, man.
They got strict rules by Instagram in the circus, Zach. I don't know if you know that.
Oh, do they?
No IG.
I'd like you all to do an experiment on a plant, something that may benefit mankind. And if you devise something that's groundbreaking, I guarantee you a A in this course.
Oh, well, hold on, man. You following me? You can't do that, Lionel. Look, man, if you don't want me to have a foreman job, I understand, but I need my fucking job, man.
Louis Pinnock Accent Award. I had Amir Shervan dubbing over lines and warping them in post.
The Asian security guard in the hospital.
Oh, yeah. What happened there? Maze, I thought you said you had trivia on that.
I think everything that sounds off is him dubbing it over.
Oh, the dubbing. Okay, so then it is Amir.
Unless you want to go with Fujiyama, East LA.
Dude.
It's not a bad one.
It's not bad, but I don't think it tops him putting robot filters on his voice for a henchman.
Basically went T-Pain on us.
He did.
How's that drink taste, Pain?
Let's show them who the horsemen are, guys.
Yeah, we got soul.
Five Horsemen.
Dog, I don't...
Your guess is as good as mine.
Continuity errors?
That's one.
Yes, there's been a continuity error.
Horniness?
Yep.
Gratuitous?
Gratuitopos, yeah.
Yep.
Captions?
Yep.
And then specifically music and noise.
Wigs.
I think it's continuity errors.
Continuity.
I've never seen so many in my goddamn life.
Lighting.
Oh, shit, man.
Fourth wall.
Sex banter.
It's probably got to be continuity.
It's got to be any one of those things, but yes, sure.
Breathe in through nose, out the mouth.
Ass on, ass off.
Teddy Rex, Moosey Teddy Rex. Teddy Rex, Moosey Teddy Rex.
Ass on, fuck it, ass off. Ass on, fuck it, ass off.
Michael Bean Memorial Ass On Award.
The lawyer.
Really? Because I think it's Matthew Caritas.
No, I believed he wanted to fuck.
Yeah. Come on, man. The wink? He winked at us. He was so ass off.
But he didn't try to wink and he blinked. Hold on.
No one bats 1,000.
That's true. The lawyer is atrocious.
His credit name is Tony the Lawyer.
For some reason, Tony the Lawyer is so funny.
Tony the Lawyer is very funny.
Yeah, it's Tony the Lawyer.
Somehow it's funnier than arm-losing henchman, expendable black henchman, and penis-grabbing henchman.
Expendable black henchman was the credit?
Yeah, I said that in the intro.
Oh, my God. I deleted it from my brain.
We forgot Steve.
Steve wasn't ass on.
What?
He was just high, man.
You bought him as a cop? He yelled security.
I'm just high, man.
I'm not going to put that on him. He was high out of his mind. What's the lawyer's excuse?
Carl Weathers Memorial Ass Off Award.
Don't make me choose.
Here's what I fear, okay? We have the lion. We have the waiter.
Bang.
We have a mean for the bang.
Joselito Rescobar as Costa Rican waiter.
He had a name, though.
He had a first name.
Alfonso Rafael Federico Sebastian.
Dale Cummings as Captain Rome.
And then Caritas only for the scene where he's telling the story about fucking a girl.
No, but there was one more.
Another scene where he was ass off?
Oh, the menace. Dennis the Menace.
Dennis the Menace?
The goon who went too far.
Mark Bow is Shotgun Henchman is his character name.
I think everyone is deserving, but Captain got way more in terms of volume.
You know what's funny? Captain started bad.
He did.
He was ass on and hitting the table. I was like, oh, I don't know about this guy.
But man, he took off.
As soon as he got to go on his little rant,
he found it.
Get out of here. Get a job. Leave me alone.
Leave me alone.
Leave me alone.
Leave me alone. So funny.
I want to start saying that.
If you give the waiter one more scene, it's his.
But now you're talking about Captain versus the Lion. And the Lion had multiple scenes and was ass off in every scene.
I just got so excited over Snacky watching this movie.
That's almost every week now, man.
I know, but this one especially.
So Lion or the Captain? Captain did it with the words. The Lion did it with the looks.
The Captain didn't make it into a CT5 list halfway through this episode. The Lion did. Because Mayes honored the Lion, I think the Lion gets it.
You're good at keeping secrets?
Absolutely.
Because I've got a present for you. Secret present outside by the dumpster.
Is it a baseball mitt?
It fits you like a baseball mitt, like a glove. I hope.
Golden Dumpster nominees.
Fuck.
Would you like to fuck me? Long pause. Smirks. Picks up the stethoscope. Bingo. I had the waiter, Alfonso, Rafael, Federico, Sebastian here. I also had the lion head. I'm going to take out the lion head because it just won ass off. And then Joe and Jennifer's birthday date. Kid napes her, roast chicken.
Stolen roast chicken.
Beach, pool, cake, sex.
After the Katanas kill the Chinese gang, the disembodied voice says, we did it. Yeah. The first appearance of Joe and Frank with the hat and the wig. Anyone getting shot in this movie, but especially the guy at the end, the black guy. Basically, all the Captain's rants.
Mine's going to be specifically Murtaugh stepping in when the nurse walks away.
Oh, hey!
And she's like, you don't have it, whatever. He's like, oh! It's Murtaugh stepping in.
Also, I'll relieve you of this gift. This black gift. As much as I want to pick that, as much as I want to pick the waiter, I got to go with Cap, man.
Yeah.
I'll see you in court. I'll see you in hell.
Get a job.
Cap rants.
Maze, what about you?
Him saying bingo into the stethoscope, I think works better as a picture, but I'm going to go with the birthday date because it's unhinged. Kidnapping, stolen roast chicken, beach, pool, cake, sex, in that order. And it worked.
She sprung. You saw how she walked into that office.
Twirling.
Well, Maze, you picked it, motherfucker.
Motherfucker. I like that.
Phobe or file?
With all the trivia surrounding it and the explanations and all that, this is in pretty elite territory on this pod. It's Troll 2, it's Tammy and the T-Rex, it's Samurai Cop. Gnome Named Norm had a cast, had an Academy Award-winning makeup artist design Norm. This guy dubbed every single extra line himself. He shot extra footage in his office and put it in the movie. A wig comes off in a fight.
Wait, no, change mine. It's the wig. The wig coming off.
This is the worst movie we've ever done. There is some comedy, but it's so horrible, Phobe.
What are you talking about? The worst movie you ever done? Can I remind you, Teddy Rex?
Worse than Teddy Rex.
How about this? Give these guys a budget, they'll make a better movie than Jupiter Ascending, for sure.
Yeah, you give them $200 million?
$200 million?
$199 will be Coke.
This movie showed me how much worse Boondock Saints could have been.
Ooh, that's a good point.
They had a budget, though. Look, I'll go next. This movie delighted us to no end. We just did this with American Ninja. You think American Ninja was like, oh, this is great filmmaking? It's a file for me, man. The Lion, the Waiter, and the Captain, already right there. If it was just them three, that's a file.
That's a means version of The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe.
Yep.
The Lion, the Waiter, the Captain.
Then you throw in the scene with the nurse, the relieving of the black gift, Fujiyama's East LA accent. Oh, you throw in Peggy being horny all the damn time. This is a strong file for me. I had so much fun. I texted Zach yesterday. I said, my hands hurt from the note taking. I was tired. It cramped up.
Hold on. You did say that, but you said taking was spelled T-A-K-K-G.
Oh, yeah. My hands were cramped.
That's how much his hands hurt.
That's how much my hands hurt.
Look, man, the Lion's all time. Cinephobe legend instantly.
Royalty.
King of the Jungle.
I enjoyed doing this episode. Still a phobe.
I honestly cannot believe this is not a sweep.
Come on, Maze.
This should be fucking green across the board. This is a file. Are you kidding me? I would watch this every day. This is so bad. This is the worst shit we've ever done, but it's the worst shit in the most fun way. It's the dumbest. I don't want to do B movies. We're not going to catch lightning in a bottle like this. But this was so funny. I thought we were all going to have the most amazing time with this episode.
We had so much fun. I thought for sure.
I'll admit, the first 30 minutes of this, I thought, this fucking sucks. I'm not enjoying this. This isn't fun. And then that last hour, I don't know I've had that much fun before. That was great.
I thought you guys was a file as soon as I saw Mr. Fujiyama and saw the reflection of the cameraman back at me.
That was a second into the movie.
Oh, yeah. This is it.
Send us your Phober file, Golden Dumpster, Ass on, Ass off, Five Horsemen, Louis Pinnock, Plot Liftoff, at Talk Hoops, at Darth Amin, at Corn Puzzle, at Cinephobe Pod, at Count the Dings. Drop in the Discord by becoming a Patreon member at patreon.com/countthedings.
Next time we make love, you introduce me to Jade.
I can't wait for the rewatching thing.
Oh my God. Let's do it next week before the episode comes out. My pick?
Nope. It's my pick.
One more pick I'll pick.
Maniac Cop 3?
Look.
It's not a no.
It's not a no. It's certainly not a no. But the daisy chain I want to do is a movie that's been on my list for a long, long time. Zach, why did they call Joe Marshall Samurai Cop?
Because he learned all the Japanese ways. He's fluent in Japanese, studied martial arts and all the samurai ways in Japan.
He, a white guy, went to Japan to go learn.
I know.
And so...
What a file it for me.
God, I waited so long to say these words. In the slums of New York City during the 19... In the slums of New York City. Hold on, I gotta do the voice. Hold on. All right. Complete silence.
We haven't said shit, man.
Not yet.
All right, here we go. Oh, shit. 3, 2, 1. In the slums of New York City during the 1920s, petty thief Chris Dubois finds himself on the run from the police. At the docks, he hides on an outbound freight ship leaving for Asia. Taken in by the mysterious Lou Dobbs. As the boat docks in Thailand, Dubois is introduced to the underground world of martial arts fighting. His training culminates in a secret battle between the world's greatest fighters that takes place before a select audience in Tibet. Ladies and gentlemen, at long last, we're going to do the quest. Oh, shit. Can't wait for look at this photograph for that one either.
It's going to be great.
And so your daisy chain is...
White guy.
Martial arts training in Asia.
I cannot read that synopsis without laughing.
You couldn't even get the petty thief.
This episode is brought to you by Disney's Lilo and Stitch, only in theaters this Friday. A reimagining of Disney's animated classic, Lilo and Stitch is the wildly funny and touching story of a lonely Hawaiian girl, Lilo, and a fugitive alien, Stitch, who helps to mend her broken family. Lilo and Stitch crashes into theaters this Friday. Rated PG. Get tickets now.